Welcome to Ellipse Long Ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Lottie, you'd be lucky.
Series 2 of the Jazwares Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron is hitting stores now, and today we're taking a look at the Republic Low-Altitude Assault Transport. If you would, leave a like on the video, and we'll get closer to the action. This ship was first introduced in Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. Its primary purpose is troop transport, but it also features solid air-to-air and air-to-ground armaments, as well as all manner of sweaty little features.
Taking a closer look at the thing, I'm really happy with the details here. You can see overall there's all this little sculpted extra and sort of a darker, messier paint wash to give it some of that battle-hardened look. Right here on the front, it's got a couple of laser cannons, and these things are articulated. They're sort of balls socketed into there, so they'll rotate any which way, and they move independently. Most typically for firing on ground troops anyway. The cockpit here has got this sort of double bubble hatch, and it's got a spot to pick that up right here. Doesn't take much as they've got a groove there, which I like. And you have this nicely detailed little interior here, some seats, and even a little bit of detail on their control consoles. You can see sort of a sculpted screen. No extra paint there, but if a guy wants to go cross-eyed, he could get in there a little tighter with a paintbrush himself. Staying on the top here, a big prominent feature of this gunship are the mass driver missile launchers up here. These are really nicely sculpted. Be careful with these, as they would snap if you got really crazy with it. Now, the thing wasn't fully assembled to fit in the box. One of these wings was gone, so these will pop right back off of here. You can see each wing features a complement of air-to-air missiles underneath there. And on the far edge, a laser turret that will rotate on this sucker. Nice translucent plastic, little paint hit over the top of it. That's really nice. And while we've got one of these off, it's really easy to just sort of pop this free. Sculpted and painted detail under there. I love that. And you can see missiles themselves, one of them chambered. You line this thing up and they pop back in pretty easily. Nice and sturdy. Continuing our look right around at the back side here, you can see some sort of vents here sculpted in, and the third laser cannon, which is articulated like the first two, to protect the guys coming out of this back hatch here. You'll just be kind of hovering and kick this ramp down, and dudes on speeder bikes will come flying out the back. To hold any that you may have upright, it has these little ports here that you can stick some fellas onto. And to see some more of that, you can kind of pop this free. And it kind of sets back this far, and it exposes another one of these. This is sort of frozen in place here, and you could cram however many people and speeder bikes you want inside of the thing. But you can firmly fit 4 of them, 2 on either side. As well as 2 more in these articulated laser turrets here. These will swing back this far, forward this far, just on this one plane. But you can pop this sucker open. It sort of sticks out here on the front so that you can pull that sucker up. And again, a little gunner seat in there, well detailed. That little bit of paint wash slapped over the thing. And that'll close right back up. Checking out the bottom of the craft, this is where it would have the main repulsors for flight. Nothing especially detailed here. But it does have the sculpting and the wash, even though they've jagged us with some numbers, and they are sculpted into this back hatch. But otherwise, the detail and the features on this thing are really, really nice. This sucker pops right back on top there. Closes up nice and crispy. Interestingly, the inspiration here was air assault infantry soldiers. I used to be that. They'd bring you in on helicopters. This specifically was modeled after the Russian military's Hind helicopter. And you can definitely see the inspiration in the fuselage here. It's missing its tail and rotor piece. And it does feature 2 crewmen here to sort of help you fill the thing out. You get this pilot here denoted with his yellow and his uniquely sculpted torso. Look how freaking cool that is. And then a more generic clone trooper. You can stick these guys wherever you wish. You just kind of jam the feet down in there, and they all feature legroom everywhere you go. They settle pretty keenly. Clasp that back down. Look at that sucker in there. Same for this guy. We'll pop up one of these turrets. Arms up. Like little children. kind of cram that in and get him into a seating position. Hands down there, close him into his bubble, and he's ready to go. For fun, we'll pull him out and sort of demonstrate. Sticking him in here, same thing. You're probably going to want your arms up a little bit. Kind of bring him in sideways. Maybe just have tinier hands. And you can get him in there. Pretty much ready to go. Puke into your shirt, though, or you'll be cleaning it up yourself.
Alright, the Jazwares Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron's Republic Low Altitude Assault Transport is about 3 1/8 inches tall, 7.5 inches long, with about a 9-inch wingspan. Here it is with some other Micro Galaxy craft: Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter, and the Razor Crest, X-Wing and TIE Fighter, an AT-ST, and an Imperial Troop Transport. Here it is next to Darth Maul and the Douche Fin, and then Cobb Vanth and his Pod Racer engine, next to the HasLab Galactus and the Milano Starship. And finally a Hasbro Star Wars Black Series Stormtrooper, 6-inch scale, and Marvel Legends Ben Reilly. You get it. Wrapping it up with a final rundown of the Micro Galaxy Squadron Republic's gunship, I'm really into this line. With just the first 2 ships in the new series, I feel like they're at least maintaining the miniature quality they've already established. I love the sculpt, I think it's spot on, and I don't want to see them skimp in the paint department. This thing has a nice complement of colors, and that wash really brings out the whole detail. Don't overdo it though, I like them to look lightly used. Heavy weathering and battle damage is a full-on variant you could charge a separate price for. You're welcome. I love that all of the hatches and ramps and even turrets function. Don't walk that back, it is my favorite part. Except for maybe the micro figures. Action figures are primarily my thing, and these dudes have articulation, they totally count. But it's that, and the detail, and the articulation points on the ships themselves that have me really loving this line. And I'm loving the support for my channel. Thank you, friends. I'm about to reach a new milestone. Be here with me. Leave me a like. Subscribe to this channel for tasty new action figure and starship reviews. And watch Andor. Pretty good. You don't have to be like a 12-year-old to enjoy it. There's no droids going... I'll let myself out.